I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like that my Dungeon Defender series ends up becoming mini arcs of these different levels. Yo, what's up? My name's RetroPat, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeon Defenders. Recently, we've been learning the Dread Dungeon map. We completed, it took around 2 episodes or so to complete it. I thought it would be easier, but honestly, I just had a lot to learn. Some weird little quirks happen, and that's how Dungeon Defenders rolls. But we learned the map more because we spent some failure on it, which honestly, I'm not opposed to. And today, we're finally going to be jumping into Dread Dungeon Survival Mode. I'm doing the full shebang. Dread Dungeon, Nightmare, Hardcore, Survival, Mix Mode. The absolute full thing. We're going to jump into it. We're going to see how we do. I'm going to have to use a combination of different characters. I'm going to use a combination of Squire, Monk, Series EV, Summoner, just the full shebang, trying to understand Dungeon Defenders, trying to see how far I can get. I have no goal, no expectation, zero idea how long I'm going to be able to get into this map. Like, survival stuff, man. 25 waves. You could be here for a full afternoon. You know, I could sit here. Currently, I'm waking up at 11:12 a.m. I could be here until 1 or 2 p.m. just on the same map if it goes, honestly, the right way. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to build the basic setup, and I'll see you guys with our build strategy. All right, wave 1 is pretty simple, but a little strange. We've got our 3 towers at each choke point, one there, one over here in this little nook, and then one there. And then I go ahead and I do always put one here facing towards this way. Just take care of the spiders, because if spiders, start hitting start webbing these guys, that could just be a loss. That could straight up be a loss wave 1. So hopefully doesn't happen. We'll jump into it, see what happens. These Sharkins early waves actually can, I should actually be... I'm going to offer as much pressure as possible. If I die wave 1, it's honestly kind of fine, because my towers should be able to take care of everything. If I take enough pressure... Okay, I'm kind of getting close to death there. If I take enough pressure to cause a death wave 1, it's honestly not the worst thing in the world. Things here kind of are getting a little bad. I'm going to actually throw an upgrade on this. Get some extra damage and just extra support in general. Like, this is actually... going worse than I expected. I will say 11k HP. I might actually go down here. 6k HP. I might lose here. Wave 1, which is kind of funny. Towers, or the crystals under attack. If I do it, so this is mix mode. I wonder if mix mode is just too hard for me. I wanted to test the full shebang. We tested the full shebang. We lost to the full shebang, fellas. I'm going to be honest with you. All right, mix mode's a little too tough. Game over. Mix mode is too tough. Noted. Okay, understood. Let's get rid of mixed mode for a little bit. Let's just try normal Nightmare Hardcore. Jump into it. It's so tempting to also jump into this without hardcore mode, because it's just nice to learn a map without hardcore mode, but the rewards and the benefits of being on hardcore are pretty like the drop difference is pretty severe, so I'm gonna try to stick it through and see if that works. All right, mixed mode turned off, a little more controlled, a little less chaos. Let's see if we can beat it this time. Just wave 1, just seeing if we can get past the first wave, get into the next. The first wave is one of the hardest on this map, unironically. It's just a little awkward. I'm going to try to pressure this Sharkin, get as much damage, aggro on him. Okay, perfect. I've had Sharkins push back the harpoons and cause some losses here and there. I'm going to upgrade this to take care of the Jinn. Another mob's over here. A bunch of Sharkins coming in here. I'm going to tank the aggro. I saw a spider web get slung around. I'll try to avoid that where possible. Like, a spider did catch this guy. I think he's fine for now. No spiders aggroed on him. Wave 1, we like 153. There's kind of a lot of minions. Wave 1. I'm gonna go ahead and actually, I shouldn't be upgrading. I should be what I should have been doing this whole time. I think I'm gonna lose. I think I forgot. I think I remember doing this during the storyline, but I forgot here. I think I'm lost, honestly. I'm going to try to. I think I lose. Wow, that's really funny. But it's deserved. I think I forgot during the normals just campaign. Something I would do is I would, like, rapidly get mana as quick as possible and build more harpoon towers. And I'm just slow, man. I'm waking up. I'm drowsy. Getting my little morning Dungeon Defenders routine in. I think we're gonna barely make it, but is it even worth with this guy so low HP? I'm gonna let the wave end so I can get the little mana bonus. But in all honesty, I'm just gonna restart this map. Let's get this guy unstuck. Is it even worth get the XP bonus? I think the XP bonuses are pretty solid on this map. I'm gonna finish the wave. I'm gonna get the XP bonus, and I'm gonna restart, because if we're doing a long survival map where I'm gonna be on here for 3 hours, I don't want to start with this horrible HP on my crystal. That's just not worth it. So yeah, I'm gonna have to play better. This is a personal mechanical error. I have to just build towers. Let's see the XP difference. So 13k up to... It went from like 13k XP. We gained like a couple 100,000 XP just for sticking out to that final. I feel like that's worth it. Now I'm going to go ahead. There's wyverns. I don't know if I actually ever saw any wyverns in the normal map. That might be a survival only thing. Let's go ahead and restart, and I'm going to just skip the first wave for you guys. I can definitely see this one, like, huge survival attempt being split into 2 episodes. It's very funny. Like, survival is just one of those things. It's very intense. I mean, Dungeon Defenders, there's just so much to learn. Like, I spent 2 or 3 wave 1 attempts in survival just losing to learn. And I learned a lot because of it, and I gained a lot of information. So I think it was well worth it. Alrighty, this wave 1, I promise to play a more active role. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just get some mana and build extra towers as soon as possible. That's what I should have been doing the whole time, but I don't know, I just wasn't thinking. In all honesty, just was not thinking. So let's try to think a little bit. Let's try to pressure this Jhin. Is he getting targeted? No. Okay, I will say some really bad luck here is this harpoon immediately got webbed by a spider, and it's causing... That was actually just bad luck, I will say. Let's see if I can get that built. If I can get that built, we might be fine. That was actually bad luck, I will say. That getting immediately webbed into the Jhin being able to take it out because of that. That was actually poor luck. If I have to go another, that would suck. If I have to go again. Okay, come on. Let me get a... I can also get like a temporary scrappy harpoon build that might be like fine-ish. Dude, these spiders, I might lose again. Like, is this harder than the campaign? I literally just beat the campaign, and I'm just getting dumpstered in the survival map. My crystal actually is full HP, so I probably should put the effort into trying to live here and survive this. If like I have to like get rid of these wonky tower placements, that's fine. Tower HP I can't fix, you know? Crystal HP I can't fix. I can't like heal my crystal. Tower placements I can absolutely fix. That's something... There's so much mana on this map. I can actually absolutely spend the time. Where's this supposed to go now? Hello? How do I get this double placement? Come on, really? Dungeon Defenders, please? I've also decided to place my towers a little more pulled over to the right so they can look down this corridor a little better. Then from here, I'm pretty much selling off most of my towers. I still have some guys over there stuck, but that's totally okay. Some sort of tower. I think I just sold it. We'll place these over here. Double tower over here, which is what I did during my storyline. Double tower over here. I kind of do want to pull them forward a bit. It might not leave me enough space, actually, if I have that there. It's just enough space. Okay. Whew. I mean, I'll take that. That odor is just straight up stuck over there. I do want to go ahead and actually get rid of that one so I can give it more of an angle. Like, I'm going to turn it to the left a bit. He's just distracted by a chain or something on the wall. There's a Jhin stuck on the map somewhere, I just realized. Where could he... Is he under here? Ah, that's strange. Let's grab that aggro. Drag him around. Okay, we'll take care of him. Alright, this should be my pretty normal harpoon placement. So now that I have everything set up like this should be good. This was a... Oh, actually, this guy should not be here. I don't need an extra harpoon there. This was scarier than I expected. Sketchier than I expected. But we got it done, fellas. We got it done. Where's this Jhin at? I'm going to go ahead and once I get this wave cleared out, we're going to switch over to my monk, switch over to my Series EV, get the other towers built. But what a wildly sketchy wave 1, but at least we pushed through. Okay, something I really want to focus on here is I want my ensnare aura to not peek over the edge like that. That was a huge issue I had during the campaign, and I actually do think that my ensnare aura peeking over the edge, the issue is I don't know if it's going to be possible to like not have that happen and it also be in a good position. Like, do I have to put my ensnare aura like here? That feels really bad because I'm only catching minions, like in that top left area, I'm only catching minions once they get so close to my towers. Is it really even worth having? Like, I guess so. But I think while playing the campaign, or while playing the map normally, I had a huge issue where, like, I think it was a glitch, where, like, minions would all get slowed down, come over here, get stuck, and then my towers would, like, poof away. And I think that was, I don't know what's causing it totally yet, but I feel like that was my main suspicion. That's okay, though. We'll do the same over here. We'll go ahead and build a slow guy. We'll go ahead and put it here. That should be totally fine. And then follow it up with the Drain Aura stacking on top right there. Perfect, perfect. That is a pretty good location. I actually am pretty happy with that. It allows me to come heal them pretty easily. And just, yeah, I like that corner location. And now we are at max defense units with that 70 out of 70, which is just perfect efficiency, and I'm super, super happy with that. I do want to pump upgrades into these tower buff beams. Easily, you know, the most important tower on the entire map, I would probably say. Not 100% sure, but that'd be my guess. They just seem so powerful. Also, the buff beam crossing over the aura, same thing over here. Yeah, there is a buff beam within the aura. It's super good. It buffs those as well. At one point, I might want to try this map with mage lightning towers. People keep telling me that those become just so much better than the squire harpoons, which is super fair. And I've been working on getting a mage built and ready to do that. So hopefully I could try to switch to that strategy soon and just see how it works. I haven't really mentioned it, but the main reason I'm even playing this map in the first place is that you should have a chance at getting transcendent gear in the later waves. So today could be the day we see some transcendent gear finally, aside from just the cardboard tubes, but I think that would be pretty neat to get some real, genuine transcendent drops. Alright, but that might be our minion units for the time being. I did just go ahead, this might change, I did just go ahead and I went full archers, just maximum amount of archers on the map. I didn't even build a mage minion. I was building a mage minion during the storyline, but I couldn't really tell how much he was actually helping. Once again, might change that, might adjust that, might add the mage minion if the archers end up needing some extra healing. I don't know like what the range of the mage minion's healing actually is and how impactful. I think I was just killing stuff before it was even becoming an issue. So I will have to see. I'm gonna go ahead and put some upgrades around on these guys, and then that should be good. This like the setup difference, it's so funny to me. The absolute difference of stuff on the map from wave 1 to wave 2 is ridiculous. Like, look at the wave 2 setup versus the wave 1. It's beautiful. That's the most Dungeon Defenders thing. Let's jump into it. How much mana? 27 million mana for consuming all the items on the ground there. That's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. We got some Sharkins, some Goblin Copters coming in. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little scared. I spent so much time like on the perfect build, quote unquote. I'm a little stressed. I don't know why. I feel like this already just feels so much harder than the normal, you know, I keep saying campaign, but it's really an extra level, you know. It's already so much harder than that was, that I don't know, I'm nervous, man. I really don't want to, I put so much time and effort into getting this build set up. It would be really, really devastating to just lose on wave 2, but so far we're looking pretty solid, so hopefully it stays that way. At 155 out of 221. I gotta go pick up some mana, though. That's my main prerogative right now. Oh, the spider webbing, though, is always, could be a death sentence. Look, like, there's still, wait. The minions are still grouping down here. I don't know why. Is it some glitch on the map? Oh, I might. Wow. I went from 90k HP to 68k HP to dead in a matter of seconds. What causes them to glitch down here? I feel like this might be a huge problem. Is there something in here they want? I don't know, man. It really worries me, though. Okay, some of them are starting to break off. Okay, yeah, walk your way to your certain doom. Please, please, please. Thank you. There you go. Thank you, DDAI. Now, something over here is getting worn down. It was one of the archers. Took a fair bit of damage. Honestly, understandable, but damn, harsh to see. At least while we're dead, we do get a super nice little aerial overview. It's always cool. It's always cool to see the free look camera, get a little perspective into the map and see, you know, certain little locations you wouldn't normally see. This guy is stuck, though. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get out of this position. It's almost tempting to, like, run a backup character, like kind of a, I guess, dual screen or whatever, alt account, run a map like this just in case you die from hardcore. Because, yeah, you want to be able to have someone to go clean up baddies. Like having my Huntress out would actually be super nice, I feel like. Having that ranged character to sort of pick off the guys that get stuck over here. Like previously, when guys would get stuck over here, it would drain my ensnare aura. My auras would get drained so much more aggressively because they would get stuck and they would still be in the slow aura. So at least he's not in the aura, so it's not draining my aura. That's nice. That's super nice, honestly, but it's still a weird situation. I don't know why that continues to happen. His gold sword on the ground is kind of neat. All right, there we go. I alt-tabbed for a second and he must have finally died. So there we go. We'll go ahead and take it. We'll get our guys nice and healed and built up. And I actually just read a comment on a video that aired today that gave me a super important, crucial piece of information. So thanks to that guy. Legendary Clobs went ahead and let me know that if a tower that is touching a tower buff beam goes down, the tower buff beam will also go down with it. I had no idea. It's funny, like, I've never ran into that problem. I actually, like, had no idea that's how it operated, which is really, really funny because I feel like you should obviously know that mechanic if you've used it, like, at all, but I've just never ran into that. So what was happening in my recent episodes, my survival run, is probably that my auras were going down. One of my auras would drain faster than usual due to the problem I talked about earlier, like due to this area, minions getting caught and it draining super aggressively. It would drain way faster than I expected. So then one of the auras would go down and then my tower buff beams would all go down as well. And that was like super deadly and scary. So I cannot let that happen. That's going to be the #1 thing to watch out for. I'm going to go ahead and like pump huge upgrades into my auras, but also I want to get upgrades on my tower defense. There's so many things over here. It's hard to even upgrade the correct things. But yeah, that'll be, so #1, getting upgrades on my buff beams as per usual. #2, just don't let my auras go down. It's kind of funny, I just have my full build for the map done, wave 2. I didn't really think about that, but I mean, yeah, like wave 2, I'm literally just, I have nothing else to build. Like from this point onward, I feel like that's almost never the case. Like from it's in certain maps, but like I feel like from this point onward, it's literally just all about me upgrading stuff to 3 stars, which is going to be satisfying to see, and then just keeping alive. That's it. So let's jump into wave 3, or I mean technically wave 7 overall of combat or whatever, but it's wave 3 for me in terms of total action. I'll probably start using the actual wave number up in the top right hand corner because it's easier to keep track. Like I'm gonna forget eventually, like, oh, you know, what wave did I start? Like, what wave is this? Like I'll just start saying like, oh, you know, wave 7, let's jump into it, but it doesn't feel like wave 7 yet. That's my reasoning. I kind of go back and forth on stuff like that. My harpoons are doing way more damage now. I just saw a 56k damage tick against the spider. I'm pretty sure last wave that was like a 23k damage tick. So that's literally double damage within a wave. Is pretty wild. I actually have 2 of my tower buff beams already 3-starred. That one there and then this one here. Then I'm working on this one next. And then once again, similar problem down here. Stuff is getting just piled up for whatever reason. I don't know. Like, I think they're trying to attack my towers. They just don't register. I wonder if the door makes it so they don't register the wall there as much. And they're trying to just walk through it to attack my towers. I'm not sure what quite causes that. I'm going to go ahead and pop a Blood Rage so I have the speed to survive. Come down here, draw some aggro, and then get back out. But if I just wait for them to, like, eventually make their way up, it actually does cost me so much just time throughout the day. Like, throughout my IRL, I don't want to waste that much IRL time, you know? It's just too brutal, I feel like. So, I'm just going to try to come down, try to catch a few. I'm still Blood Raging. Just catch a few, drag them around, aggro them. Come in, catch a few more. I want to get caught. If I get caught, I could die, and that could be bad. I'm going to unblood rage into my mana. I'm getting them slowly and surely, but man, it's not great, honestly. I love when a minion dies in the slow-mo aura, they fall in slow-mo. Okay, we finished that previous wave. We're on the build phase for wave 8, and I'm going to try something risky this time. All right, I went around and upgraded everything I could. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I am going to bring in my Huntress. I'm going to bring in a ranged, or actually, wait. Okay. Wait. I was going to bring my Huntress. I could just bring in my Series EV. That's an interesting question. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to draw aggro. If I bring in my Huntress, I'll have probably more DPS, but if I bring my Series EV, not only am I getting more DPS, but I'm also giving the tower boost by having it on the map with the Series EV towers on the map itself. So I can kind of knock out 2 birds in 1 stone. That might actually be super, super worth it. So if I just come down here, whenever they get stuck there, if I just come down here and sort of blast them at a range, and I can draw aggro, hopefully draw aggro, that might work out perfectly. So we're going to try this time. Don't worry, I'm not going to let it look like this for you guys, though. I'm going to go ahead and just press F8, have my one screen like this. I feel like this looks way better. That would be horrible to watch a dual screen like that for an entire video. So it'll look like this. We'll figure things out along the way, and I'll just whip out the Series EV whenever I need to, like, clean things up. So that's my goal. That's what I'm shooting for. Let's jump into wave 8. From here, I have to actually press Control G now that I have 2 characters. We're going to press it. We're going to try to keep our auras healed, keep our auras up. Our auras have been kind of taking some damage, getting drained, so got to do a good job on that. We'll try. I'm going to pick up mana where possible, and I'll see you guys when I want to try to, like, actually try that. This guy has a lot of HP. That's kind of scary. I kind of want to get more... levels on my harpoons. I've leveled my Series EV guys to full. So having this second guy on the, just even on the map at all, just makes, there's more minion spawns, I believe, and it makes them way harder. So it ups the difficulty of the wave pretty dramatically to have multiple characters on the map. Oh, they were killed. By what? Okay, well now I can't... Now I have a harder wave, and I can't even employ the strategy that I was going to use with the character. That's not ideal. All right, both of these auras over here should be 3-starred now, which is a pretty nice change. And I should be able to... I think when something is 3-starred, this is how it feels to me. I don't know the stats on it. When something is 3-starred, it feels like it heals way faster, which is honestly a super nice benefit for these auras. Look at all this cool armor and drops just rotating on the ground there, chilling. Okay, I seem totally fine here. I'm gonna have to reposition my Series EV. Like, once there, I'm gonna have to find a safer spot. I thought that spot would be safe, but apparently it definitely was not. So now I can't even use them here. Thankfully, there's not that many guys left here, but I'm gonna try to watch out for these spiders, man. I'm even gonna Blood Rage to dodge. Just dodge webs. Like, I could die there in a heartbeat if I get webbed into a big ogre slam. Alright, as the minions slowly get unstuck, we're pushing towards the end of this wave. Like, it literally just causes... It's such an extra time sink to wait for all of these guys to come around and for them to slowly get unstuck. There we go. There's the wave complete. Let's try the Series EV strat this time, but a little better. Okay, I think if I put the Series EV here next to the crystal and sort of surrounded by a bunch of towers, or even, like, I guess back here... I feel like it's got to be safe. You got 44,000 HP and the Nessie to help protect it. I could even put it like here. It might get webbed by some spiders if it's here. I think if it's over here, honestly, in this section, it might be a little safer. I'm gonna try this. I feel like hopefully that should keep them pretty safe. Literally guarded by a ton of you know, towers. So let's see how that works. Let's grab all this mana. Grab any mana left over before we jump into the next wave real quick. All right, here it is, wave 9. Now keep in mind the campaign map goes up to wave 10. So once we start pushing past wave 10, that is grounds we've never seen before. Hopefully I can even survive. Like, I'm like, to be totally honest, it's possible we reach wave 10 or whatever, and the power increase. I guess technically we have survived the wave 10 on campaign, so I think it should be fine. But it's possible we reach a point where, you know, wave 15 for sure. Every 5 waves or so, there's a huge power difference. Wave 15, it might just be over. I don't know if I'll be able to push past that, so we'll have to see for sure. I'm gonna pump upgrades where I can, getting a lot of mana, which is that's the benefit of these these difficult Dungeon Defenders maps, is they do give you the mana, they do give you the resources for sure to be able to set up whatever towers you may need. Because yeah, this could be really scary being tight on mana at all. I'm gonna pop some heals here. I'm gonna go check on our main auras over here, which are being drained a pico bit, but honestly not too much, which is really good. Still need way more mana for all these upgrades. Let's just run around and grab it. Look how fast I fill up on my mana. Even starting to get a little bit of lag because there's just so much going on. So much going on. Okay, I want to come back over here. I guess this area is fine. I do want to start upgrading these guys like I've been doing. You've been seeing me. Because I just don't want them to... These guys, watch out for spiders. Spiders are a huge issue. I want to upgrade this as well. My backup support is honestly some of my most important powers. These archers truly have to kind of take care of an area on their own over here. I didn't realize, like, how many minions, like, it depends on the wave and stuff. Like, sometimes, like, you know, a few minions come through or whatever. There's a lot of minions coming through here, including ogres. So these guys deserve, honestly, the biggest upgrades right now and the most support. Wait, even the Crystal, the what the hell? The Crystal just took an attack. I think from an ogre splash ball would be my guess. Which means, once again, these guys need even more support. Here's our first 3-star on our 3 Musketeer soldiers. All right, this is also a good time to go ahead and employ the Series EV strategy. So let's go ahead. Mission a go, fellas. Let's come over here. Shoot these guys as much as possible. I probably shouldn't have dropped like that. I didn't quite mean to. 42k HP, though. We're totally fine. I just want to, like, sit up here and sort of rain a barrage of fire. I really am just trying to aggro them. I'm not trying to fully, like, kill them with the Series EV. I don't think I have the damage for that. But if I can aggro them enough to get them to come up here. I feel like it's working a little bit. I honestly can't super tell. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if they care enough. They're getting healed by the one guy as well. Is that going to damage them? Not really. At all, actually. Which does more damage? This other one. Let's see. It's maybe working a little. Ooh. Getting knocked. What if I come down here? If I come down here, can I aggro them a little better? It's hard to see what's going on with this little, much smaller field of view that I have going on. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know if this is like necessarily working. I feel like I don't do enough damage. I either don't do enough damage to aggro them, or they just don't care, or I'm not quite sure. It might be worth to just not even have my Series EV out. I wonder if it's ever worth to have my Series EV and Summoner and like and my Monk, like having everybody out just to buff all the towers. Is there ever a world where that's worth? Versus like the power increase? I'd love to hear comment deliberation on that actually. Like, should I run a map like this, especially survival? I'll be getting like huge XP boosts as well. Should I run a map like this with the Series EV, the Monk, you know, everybody, the full crew out and about? I'm getting good XP on my Series EV for having them AFK, so man, I'm tempted to want to try that, but I also don't want to try that on wave 10 and then just lose. I feel like that's like a second attempt sort of situation. Like, I'm not even aggroing the spider. Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm gonna be honest, I do not think the Series EV strat is working at all. I don't think I'm able to grab aggro with the ranged attacks. There we go, though. The wave is complete at least, but yeah, I don't think that worked for grabbing aggro whatsoever, unfortunately. So, wave 10 provides a really big opportunity for me. Should I get rid of my Series EV, or should I bring in more people? Should I bring in my Monk and my Summoner? I don't know the answer. Wave 10 is also going to be a huge like power increase, so it's really scary to do it at this wave specifically. I could really get, you know, punished for that. I feel like the safest route, that's a cool looking, absolutely very cool looking gun. The safest route is going to be here. Let me actually dissolving. The safest route is going to be dissolving everything. I'm sorry. And I want to play it safe for the time being. Maybe on a second attempt on this map, I can go for something like the second attempt, I can go for something like the full crew strategy. But for now, let's just do this. All right, everything healed up, upgraded as much as I can. I'm going to save a little bit of mana to go ahead and get some more upgrades, like 3 stars on these guys probably. I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. Wave 10 should be the hardest wave so far. I was able to do it in the normal run of the level. Can I do it in survival? Becomes the question. My answer is hopefully. The 3 Musketeers have been 3-starred. You love to see it. Good work, fellas. This is my final aura to 3-star, which is pretty neat. We're getting a lot of 3 stars down. I 3-starred this backup harpoon. I want to 3-star these frontline archers here as soon as possible. And I think we're just going steady and solid. I'm not going to bring in any summoners. I'm not bringing any more people. Now, things are still stockpiling up down here and still being a little bit of a problem with that. But honestly, I'm about to get killed and stuck, aren't I? Nope. Somehow I'm fine. I dodged enough spider webs, but I am seeing some close calls. I'm gonna be like, I've seen a lot of like ogres die right in front of my harpoons, which is a little sketchy and means I honestly need to put more upgrades into my minion archers and get more damage into them. I did something funny over here. This minion archer right here was placed up here on top of this, and I ended up like jumping, and I accidentally knocked him down off of the high ground. So I might want to go ahead and actually between waves, like get on the summoner and rebuild him on top. I think having him on the high ground is probably worth it. I feel like you do get a little bit more of a coverage, but maybe like I feel like he can't shoot. If he's down there, he can't shoot minions down there, you know? I will say my ensnare aura has expanded. It feels like as I've upgraded it. So now it actually is being drained by minions getting stuck in it over here, which creates a little problem, but like it being at 3-star, I think is super worth it. I think it has been draining so slow with it being a 3-star. It's hyper worth it for sure. But just a funny little problem to re-arise like that. There's wave 10 complete. I don't want to change anything. I don't want to do anything too drastic. I'm just going to keep running and see how far I can get. This is new territory. I've never been on wave 11 on this map. This is totally new for me. I've never seen this. Let's see if we can get some transcendent drops or anything crazy. I always see the green up, you know, quote unquote upgrades. That actually, to be fair, this could maybe be one. Mythical lucky. Is that a term? Should I be looking for like mythical blessed, mythical lucky? Like, is that going to actually show me the I guess the rarity of the mythical? I know there's like sub rarities within mythical, and I get confused when trying to deal with and trying to get upgrades for my gear. But this is honestly, I'm gonna pick this up at least. That seems like a really good piece of gear, honestly. Let's quickly do the summoner thing. I'm gonna drop my mana, switch over to it, sell off this fallen soldier, the minion archer that just happened to lose his way, put him back up here. Actually, to be fair, with him destroyed, what I could do is I could build something else. Like a mage would need 7, so I need... Ooh, that's a little awkward. Like, do I really need an orc minion? Probably not. I'm going to go with the archer. Up here like this. Perfect. Let's switch back now. Back to my comfy Squire. Squire's sitting at 3.24 million XP gains so far throughout this run. That's really cool to see. All right, and you know what? We've done a ton today, and I want to keep these episodes at a good length and also have a good pacing to the story. I am going to call it for now, but don't worry, the next Dungeon Defenders episode should be coming out in a day or two. I believe that, unfortunately, I'm going to be stopping from this point forward. You've probably already noticed it. I'm going to be stopping daily videos. I know it crushes my heart as well, but I can't keep it up, and I hope you guys understand, and I really appreciate your understanding and your patience with that. I'm going to try to do Dungeon Defenders videos or just videos on this channel in general every other day. Maybe at the worst we'll do every 3 days, but I'm going to try to keep it to every other day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would not have the motivation to progress and to get to this point in Dungeon Defenders without you guys. I wouldn't have gotten this far without your support, without your help, without your advice, without your feedback. So thank you, seriously, from the bottom of my Squire heart. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike if not, subscribe to the channel for videos every other day. I will see you guys later. Peace, Reno.